Hi, my name is Kirk Carver, and I'm the Vice President and Chief Information Officer at the University of Alabama at Birmingham. Let me take a few minutes and talk about UAB information technology and organizational leadership, focusing on three new roles, and you're serving on one of the three selection committees that are looking at these roles. So the three roles are the Associate Vice President and Deputy CIO, the Associate Vice President and Chief Technology Officer, and the Assistant Vice President and Chief Information Security Officer. These three roles are principally new roles. They're direct reports to me, and what they do is handle aspects of the organization so that we start to move at the speed of trust. And that intent is, if we're trying to build a world-class IT organization, then we need to align the organization so that we can achieve that goal of being a world-class IT organization. These are new roles. We're not firing people, we're not replacing people, but instead we're augmenting the workforce within UAB IT so that we can achieve that goal of a world-class IT organization. Let me talk a little bit about what these roles do, and then talk about the kind of scaffolding experience so that we can achieve our goal associated with UAB IT. So as you look at this slide, we're talking about that Associate Vice President and Deputy CIO being a new role, a role that is largely not existent today at UAB IT. And it's an externally focused role. This role, this person is looking at shared governance and working with shared governance organizations to gather requirements of UAB IT, to prioritize those requirements, and then to find resourcing for those requirements. Very externally focused. It's focused on customer satisfaction and building portals for our customers into the services that they're consuming here within UAB IT. It's looking at communications and branding, and how do we do IT contracts, and how do we manage data here at UAB. And right now, many of these things either are in their infancy or they don't exist at all. The Associate Vice President and Chief Technology Officer, in contrast, is focused on more traditional roles associated with an IT organization. So infrastructure and enterprise systems like Banner and Oracle and Canvas, and our cloud services and research computing. That's going to fall in the domain of that Associate Vice President and Chief Technology Officer. And then finally, you've got an Assistant Vice President and Chief Information Security Officer who's focused on security and how can we compute securely here at UAB, looking at risk management, security policy, compliance, our security operations, forming a security operations center and expanding those operations. So these three roles are looking at different aspects of things that we need to do within UAB IT. And let's talk now a little bit more about how these roles work together and work with me to make UAB IT a world-class organization. If you start at the bottom and kind of work up, the core of anything we do is we have to run IT flawlessly. Email has to work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, just like a light switch. It's always got to work. Banner and Oracle and all of these other systems, they have to run flawlessly. And if we can't do that, we're never going to build the emotional reserves, the trust needed to help improve processes and do process innovation. So, the focus of the UAB IT leader team has to be on running IT flawlessly. And when we get that to the acceptable level where the community looks at us and go, yep, you've got that right, you're running IT flawlessly, and then the CTO focuses and manages that. And the Deputy CIO and I focus more of our attention on process improvement and process innovation. Again, we work with the community to identify those things where we identify processes like OptiDoc and figure out a way that we can or improve that process, where we look at a process like the contract process and we say, we need to move to electronic signatures. That's process innovation. And again, that Deputy CIO and I focus on that until such a point that we really have that as a mature process, a sustaining process of innovation. And then that, I turn to the Deputy CIO and go, you've got that. And that allows me to focus on truly the most strategic initiatives occurring at UAB. And then that's that game changer role. and allows the CIO to focus on that role, the deputy CIO, and to a certain extent the CTO to focus on process improvement and process innovation, and the CTO to focus on running IT flawlessly. It's a scaffolding of trust, and you know, there are many CIOs out there that want to jump in and immediately be a game changer, but you can't do that. You don't have the credibility to do that. You don't have the emotional reserves as proven by delivering results to the organization. And so this organizational structure and the search committees that you're working on right now are absolutely critical to what we're trying to do within UAB and to build a world-class IT organization. And the roles of the Chief Technology Officer, Deputy CIO, and Chief Information Security Officer are going to be integral components of how we advance IT at the University of Alabama at Birmingham. So thank you so very much for serving on these critical roles. Please work hard. If you have any questions, let me know so that I can address those questions. But I'm hoping this short video provides an oversight of why the CTO, Deputy CIO, and Chief Information Security Officer are so critical to our efforts here at the University of Alabama at Birmingham. Thanks again. See you soon.